How to stop over trading. All right. How to stop over trading. Just stop. Like, guys, the answer is embedded in your question. Oliver, how do I'm banging my head up against the wall. How do I stop my head from hurting? Stop banging your head against the wall. So this is pretty simple. Where is the point that you feel that you're over trading? All right. Is that more than 5 trades, more than 10, whatever it is? Draw a line in the sand and vow to yourself that today I won't trade beyond this point. Then take it day by day, just like someone who's an alcoholic or someone who's trying to stop smoking, or someone on a diet. Let me take my diet one day at a time. Got through that day. Now tomorrow's enough. I'm going to try to get through this day, and you do it one day at a time. Now, I will say something on the profit side. Some people kick into overdrive in trading when they had a profit and then lose the profit, and they kick into overdrive in an attempt to gain the profit. This is a mistake that you have to really watch for. Number one, you have to have a profit amount that you're willing to change gears with. So let's say that amount is $300 for the sake of, for the benefit of simplicity, right? So once you hit a $300 gain, you must have something in your plan that says, I now go home with no less than $150. To be up $300 and to lose it all is to be a freaking idiot. To be up $300 and lose not only all of the $300 gain, but then to go negative 300, which means you had a $600 turnaround, you shouldn't even be allowed. All right. The honor and the privilege to ever walk into a financial market again, ever. Not only is this being an idiot and being stupid, it is the highest level of irresponsibility. How? It's hard enough to become profitable. How is it that you become profitable and you throw it in the garbage? Like, I would never give you I wouldn't give you a half a penny of my money. I wouldn't give you a Satoshi. Do you understand how small a Satoshi is right now? It won't stay small, but do you understand how small it is? I wouldn't give you one single Satoshi, because I know that if you can take $300 and turn it into a negative $300, you can take 3,000 and turn it into negative 3,000. And you can take 30,000 and turn it into negative 30,000. And you can take 3 million and turn it into negative 3 million. Those zeros at the end of those numbers, those extra zeros don't change you. Do you understand? You are dangerous. And I want you away from me, period. So here's my point. You must have something built in your trading plan where you have a cutoff. If that's 300 and then your cutoff is half of that, meaning I can continue trading, but if I lose, I can only lose 150 from now. And then let's say you have to have a next level. Let's say you bring gains up to 500. And at 500, you now can have to go home with 300. And this is how you control yourself. These things, traders, these rules become habit forming and they build responsibility. The problem is that the vast majority of people out here are trading rule-less. There's anarchy in their trading, which ultimately means there's anarchy in their life. I can tell what kind of person you are just by how you trade. I can tell if you're responsible. I can tell if you're disciplined. I can tell if you keep your promises to your kids, to your spouse. I can tell all these things. It's built into what you do in the heat of the moment in the market, because the market is nothing more than a replica, a minuscule replica of life. You go into the market, you go into life. You go into the market every day, you wake up and you go into life every day. You have to protect yourself in the market. You've got to protect yourself in life. You got to look for opportunities in the market. You look for opportunities in life. You have to take advantage and sometimes realize your gains in the market. You got to know when to stop and take your gains and enjoy the roses and take a vacation. And you got to know when to do that. You got to know when to cut. You got to know when to cut a troublesome stock, to cut it out of your life. You got to know when to cut a troublesome person out of your life. You got to know how to end a toxic relationship. I've got a toxic relationship with this trade. I got a toxic relationship with this person. What is the difference? The same precepts, the same things, the same qualities, the same characteristics that make for being a good responsible person is the same for being a good responsible trader. It's the same freaking qualities. There's no difference. You can't become more disciplined in your trading and not become more disciplined in your life outside of trading. How? Like, does discipline say, okay, I've worked for you in trading. Oh, wait a minute, you're stopped trading? Okay, my time's off. Let me know when you come back to trading. I'm not being disciplined for you anymore. Do you think that's the way it works? It doesn't have a 9 to 5. Discipline is universal. If you become disciplined in one corner of your life, it's in all four corners of your life. And this is what makes trading spiritual. Because the market is neutral. Microsoft trades the same way for you as it does for me, as it does for Warren Buffett. There's no difference. So the market is neutral. The things that are different are you, me, and Warren Buffett. That's what makes our results different. So what you get from the market is totally dependent on who you are. You understand? And people don't want to improve who they are. Think about how many people sign up for new gym memberships at the beginning of the year and don't do anything. Nobody wants to change. Nobody wants to change who they are. They say it, but very few people do. Most people would rather say, Oliver's training is bad. I did not improve, so now I'm over here. That they would rather do that than say, I did not work on myself. But I will tell you this. That at the end of the day, if you're going to make progress, you've got to ultimately stand still. You're going to have to stop moving, stop changing, stop flip-flopping, stop switching, stop buying another book, stop getting another course, stop moving to another platform, stop searching for another mentor, stop looking for another seminar or another program. And you're going to have to one day stop the search. You're going to have to dig your heels in and start gaining some roots right where you are. Because you know what? You're going to realize, and if you're lucky, you will realize this. Many people don't. That wherever you go, there you are all over again. At a certain point, you got to realize I'm running from myself, that I am bad everywhere I go. And what's the common denominator? All the places are different, but I'm the same. And I'm getting the same results no matter where I go. So I want this to ring in your ear forever. Wherever you go, there you are again. So if you don't like what you're getting wherever you go, then it's you. You better change you. That's what's beautiful about this game called trading. It is a game of self-discovery and self-improvement and ultimately self-mastery. Because if you ever hope to have any degree of market mastery, you're going to have some degree of self-mastery first. It doesn't work in the reverse. I was having this conversation with my traders today. that nobody wants to change first and then get results. People say, well, you know what? If you give me results, then I'll start working on change. How does life work? What planet do you live on? Wait, pay me first, then I'll do the work. Really? In what freaking world? In what lifetime? In what life? Where do you live? Like, what? Am I watching a movie right now? What movie do you live in? What movie am I watching? What kind of Disney shit is this? Like, dude, you have to put something out before you get something back. You don't sit back and say, that's the problem with a big portion of the world's population, is that things have moved to the point where people want first. How do you get first before you give first, before you put forth something out first? If you go to a park and there's a swing there in the park, right? And you want the swing to come to you, don't you have to push the swing first? Then you get the swing coming back to you? No, people want the swing to come back to them first. I'll push when you come to me. Like, dude, I can't help people like that.